What's going on, guys? Hope everyone's doing good on this beautiful, lovely day. Today, we're going in depth talking about how to jig the Bondy bait. Not only from boat, but from shore as well. Let's get right into it.
Oh, baby, is the game over?
Oh my god, that was sick! So guys, a lot of musky fishermen are used to casting, they're used to trolling, but there's a new approach and it's very popular in the musky world now thanks to a man named Bondy. Guys, this Bondy bait is absolutely lethal for catching those deep water muskies. Muskies sitting in the 30, 50, even deeper foot of water. This technique is very productive for me, and it could be also very productive for you as well. Guys, listen. You head out fishing and you're fishing deep water, big solution. This bait, you drop it down and it sinks extremely fast, and here's how you're going to work it. So, say the bottom of this screen is the surface of the water. This is the bottom right here. So you let your bait sink. Because these treble hooks are very large in size, they will snag, they'll catch things on the bottom, a lot of debris, and maybe you'll be jigging there for 5-6 hours and not getting any bites because you have a big piece of weed on your hook and you're just wasting time. You don't want that. So here's what you do about that. That bait's sinking to the bottom, you feel it hit bottom, lift right away, and you want about half a foot off the bottom. So this is the bottom of the river or the lake or wherever you're jigging. This is where you want your bait to be sitting. And then you lift that bait up, let it drop back down. As it's dropping, these blades are vibrating down. It's just a beautiful action. See, this bait right here kind of looks like a sheephead, doesn't it? And believe it or not, muskies love gorging on sheephead. But it could also resemble any other bait fish, a shad, a perch, a walleye, anything else. But to me, it looks like a sheephead personally. I mean, like, just look at that body. Anyways, so like I said, you let that bait sink to the bottom, you lift up, and you want it at about half a foot off the bottom. Do not let it keep bouncing off the bottom. Do not let it pick up the debris, or you may lose your lure. These are not cheap baits. You know, you catch a snag or a log, there goes your bait, there goes your drift, or if you're fishing from shore, there goes your bait. So listen, what you want to do when you're jigging these baits is you're simply just lifting that bait up very slowly, sink. Keep that line tight as it's sinking. Lift that bait up, you'll feel those blades turning, you'll feel like a that's what it feels like. That's those blades turning. That attracts a lot of fish. So a very important tip when you're jigging these baits, do not jig fast. This isn't walleye fishing. Do not jig fast. You're gonna miss bites and that bait's not going to look correct in the water. Slow, methodical jigging. Very slow. The pickup is slow. The fall is even slower. Now, a lot of these strikes come on the fall, just like any other fish, walleye, bass. These muskies cannot resist seeing this bait die. As soon as that bait starts falling down, that's its opportunity to head in and come in for the kill. So as you're falling down, you'll feel a quick jolt, or you'll feel it go slack. You'll feel it go, pretty much disappears. Set that hook hard. I mean, really crank down on all the slack and set that hook hard. You really want to embed these hooks into the mouth. They got really strong, hard mouths. Get that bait in there. Also, some hits come while your rod is all the way up here. Now, what do you do then? You have no hook set pretty much. Forget it, you know? So this is why you want a very fast gear ratio reel when you're jigging Bondy baits. What is a gear ratio? It's the amount of times your reel takes to turn a full 360. So a fast gear ratio reel will help you collect a lot of line very fast. So you're up here and you get a hit. Crank down all that slack very fast. I mean, like, really just crank down all that slack, jack that hook set. You know what I mean? Crank that slack, jack the hook set. Sometimes you may lose them, but if you reel down fast enough, you could still catch that fish. Guys, now you're jigging these baits. You want a nice, good rod with good backbone. I suggest a heavy action rod, maybe even an extra heavy, depending on the size of the muskies in your body of water. A really good backbone will not only make sure you get those hooks into that fish, but they'll also provide you with very awesome sensitivity. You can feel anything that goes down there. That bait goes slack, you'll feel it. That bait gets a small hit. This isn't always a big hit. I mean, sometimes I've had muskies just tick it. They'll simply just wrap their mouths around it. It'll feel like a small tick. Good, high quality graphite and strong backbone will help you feel that hit.